You already know the vibe. We back with another one. Through Surf paperwork. It's been the conversation. It's got the internet buzzing. All right. I read the paperwork as well on my channel. Make sure you go and check the read. Tell me what you think about it. Do you think Surf ratted or not? I got the poll on Uda on Go. Shout out to everybody that's watching on all of the platforms that I'm streaming to live right now. Make sure everybody's following Uda on Go right now live. Yeah, we got a super panel right now. Sue Surf is paperwork featuring a Verb. We got Byron Blake, we got Trufo, we got Brizz Rawsteen, and more. And everybody's having this debate on if Sue snitched or not. All right. When we look at the paperworks, we see that Surf was arrested for some weapons. Okay. In one instance when he was arrested for some weapons, it was him and another guy, and a female was in the car with Surf. Okay. When he was arrested, the weapons, it's a little early in the stream for me to be saying that. The weapons is in the glove compartment. Feel me? The woman takes the charges, though. The craziest thing. Shout out to her for this, but she takes the charges. 2 straps. It's a 40 and a 9. So that she takes the charges. So Surf gets away with this. This is what the police say. They say he gets away with this, right? Charges against him are dismissed. But the charges that's brought back against him is because they say that after the situation happened, Surf went to Instagram and bragged on Instagram and was talking to someone on Instagram saying that they took my 40 and they took my 9. So this is how the government is saying that this is his weapons and he has to claim ownership of the weapons. All right. So now a part of contention or a point of contention with the whole conversation of if Surf snitched, because it's not like Surf snitched and did this. This is where we getting into a crazy time where who's snitching, how people snitching, lines is getting blurred. It's just snitching as you're not. Remember? It was the good old days. So right now, who knows? But look, what happens is when you take a plea deal, some people could say just based on you taking a plea deal, you snitching. All right. Just because all the time you take a plea deal, that don't mean you snitch though. See what I'm saying? But in the said plea deal, he does acknowledge that he did what he did in furtherance of the gang. So some people is taking some of these things as, yo, he's snitching, right? You got bagged with your weapons, with your man and shorty or whatever had happened. What that got to be doing with furthering the gang? And I mean, why you ain't just take your charges, just get about your business? So many people are making many conversations about this same situation. All right. But it's about what y'all think about the situation, not just me. It's about everybody. Tell me what y'all think. In the same breath, we watched Gunna. Gunna said that YSL is a gang, right? Gunna was also caught up in one instance with Young Thug where they was pulled over like in Miami somewhere, and it was a strap in the car. I think it was a pill in the car, something like that. So I don't really know what Gunna said involved in that situation, but what we do know Gunna said is that YSL was a gang. And we heard Young Thug come out the other day and say, yo, bro, that you is a snitch, bro. How you going to say YSL's a gang or anything, or we bloods or nothing, bro? We not none of that. I'm not none of that. Yo, Lil Wayne, yo, they fake bloods. I'm fake blood. We fake bloods. This is what Young Thug says. So based on him taking a plea deal, based on him just saying that YSL is a gang, Young Thug is calling Gunna a rat. Point blank period. Besides anything else. See what I'm saying? So what do you feel about this? Do you think that he's a rat? Make sure you let me know. We're gonna play this panel. Shout out to Battle Rap Trap. And yeah, we're just gonna listen to a little bit and just see what's going on, man. Salute to everybody. Make sure y'all dropping likes and subscribing.
That's X conspiracy. You right. Boom. My hood had a conspiracy called Operation Uptown Girl. A lot of my older homies at the time, I was like 16. The older homies got booked for this shit. Now, the Class X carries 6 to 30, but you get to, depending on your background, the judge gonna decide if this nigga gonna get 6, or if this nigga gonna get 30, or if this nigga gonna get 15, or if this nigga gonna get 27.
That's true. Now that's true.
You understand? So
like, okay, you talk about 1 and 3 versus this.
So, but I'm saying, but that's just in different states. Them being like state RICOs. When the feds come, they gonna come boom. But the state, like in Iraq. So like in Iraq, they gonna tell you this whole 6 to 30. This a Class X. Now, like I said, let's go off them guidelines. Now, Easy might be only eligible for the 6 because it's his first offense. Yeah. I got 2 pipe cases. You understand? So I might be out of that 6 to 30. They might offer me 10. Yeah. They might offer you 15. Ooh, now we have to communicate. First off, if it's a RICO, they got you. They know y'all did the shit. They probably let y'all do a lot of shit to build more cases.
Sure they got you.
Right.
To make sure that they
So
got
ain't
you.
nobody think about going to trial, but that's why the question is, how do we decide who goes first on the plea?
But that's why. But
so
that's
now,
hold on, for real quick. That's misleading though, because that you right different depending on your background. Now we
Your phone going out easy. Your phone chopping up.
Hey, your phone is chopping up.
That shit different out here than it is out there. Out here, we all gotta fight our own cases.
No, we talking about
if we all get indicted,
the feds.
this is what I'm talking about, nigga. If we all get indicted at the same time by the feds, you dig what I'm saying? We all still gonna be individually fighting. They gonna have niggas separated and all that. It ain't gonna be no.
That's why I said that, Tuna.
Who decide?
Because in other states,
let's decide.
In other states,
that's
how they get niggas.
It ain't gonna be no who decide who take the play, because we not communicating, bro. We not around each other, nigga. Even and if we do communicate, nigga, that's a hit. You dig what I'm saying? That's an extra charge. You dig what I'm saying? That's an extra.
But that's why. But niggas, niggas, even in Pennsylvania, I know niggas is sending kites. Hey, for what them people talking about with you?
And then you gotta think. Like, you gotta think when they run down on shit like that. When they run down on organizations and shit, you gotta understand they not talking to the lookout the same way that they talking to the nigga that had to work in the crib.
You good now?
So
Hold on, y'all.
It ain't the same, bro. It ain't the same, though. They not giving the lookout the same deals that they giving the nigga that had to work in the crib. They not giving the shooter. They not giving the shooter the same deal as the driver, and them deals not coming at the same time. A lot of niggas is going to sit before they even see a courtroom. Some of them niggas is going to see a courtroom a week later. You don't even know that nigga went to court.
Some of us
you don't even know that nigga went to court until your lawyer tells you.
But see, I think everybody thinking that every time, some people are sitting out free knowing it, man. We indicted, we cook right now. Whether we, you know what I'm saying, like we could communicate out in the free world. Like y'all, Surf knew what was happening before he went in there, right?
I would assume so. I don't know.
I don't know.
But what you was asking, Factz. Pardon me. Factz, what you was asking, like, how do we know who take the first plea deal? The plea deal first. The nigga who's getting offered the less time is probably gonna take that shit because he know that he didn't do much. Now, from what I'm hearing, because I didn't read his paperwork, what I can see is Surf. Like you said, it was how many number of charges, and Surf was only charged with 3 of them.
First and third.
So it's a nigga on that case that got like sentenced to life or some shit, or more than 20. You understand? He was doing more. You understand? So I don't know. Maybe it's a nigga who was fighting 25 or 30 who necessarily didn't want to take the plea. But if everybody else, like, we finna get 7, we finna get 6, we finna we finna get up out of here, bro. Like this our situation right here. You understand? Like,
listen, when you get indicted out here, bro, you fight your own case. Unless the nigga tell on you, now y'all fighting the case together. You understand what I'm saying? Now y'all got court appearances together and all that.
But what niggas is doing is they looking at that YSL shit with Gunna and them and trying to say it's the same shit as what Surf and them doing when it's two different. It's two different
law books.
All right, y'all. Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, y'all, hold on. We got Brizz in here. Brizz, I don't think Brizz, what is your opinion of it, Brizz? Let's hear what you got to say. Let's see what Brizz thinks.
I don't got no opinion, bro. I'm in here listening to the experts, man.
Hey, all jailhouse lawyers, you hear me?
I ain't no jailhouse lawyer.
I'm gonna have some questions though when they done, but I don't got no.
Hold on. Byron is in the building and he broke the story. So Byron, would you like to address the people? Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. I got takeaways. Look, for the experts.
All I want to know is where do all of this we caught shit come from? What happened to fighting the case, bro?
Hey Byron, like you from
come from?
Byron.
Come from up out of that car. They caught us.
Hey Byron, this truthful Meech. This who it is. So like I seen you saying like niggas was trying to take.
Wow.
What I'm just saying is when niggas these motherfuckers is not from the streets. You from the streets, Byron. You remember I bumped into you in Stateville before. You don't remember that, do you?
Who you is, fool.
On phone them, we was in Stateville together.
That's why I'm
So
telling you, how this shit go. Listen,
but you know how shit go with gang them, folks.
Everybody
Can
do
we get
have
Byron
different
tape
counts.
right quick?
Everybody do have, everybody is gonna be facing different sentences. That's true. But this the part that I feel like everybody overlooking. You pleading guilty to doing it in furtherance of the gang. They have established that the gang has a hierarchy. You know how this shit go. The nigga who running the jabs ain't gonna get the same time as the nigga who dropping the pack off. But if you go in there and admit that you running jabs for these niggas on this block and that dude got the block, then you telling on them.
But folks, listen. Now if you got a fat ass, but listen though, if you got a fat ass, listen, bro, it's no way I'm not telling you I'm not. It's no way if me and phone them get caught, it's no way you don't know. Have a 4-corner hustler tattoo on my arm. It say 4-corner hustler.
Okay, but you're not charged with being a 4-corner hustler. You charged with committing crimes in furtherance
of 4-corner hustler. Now, when if it's a conspiracy,
that's what Killer Paperwork saying. Killer Paperwork saying y'all might say I'm a member, but y'all can't prove that I'm doing crimes in furtherance of the role.
Still only one person said that they are doing it. If I'm saying I'm doing it in furtherance of, that don't mean I'm saying everybody else is doing it in furtherance of.
He's saying he conspired to sell drugs with members.
Okay, so now listen.
And Killer is specifically the one that's charged with running this drug operation.
He said he was gonna wait till after Truffaut just said something to him. You just want him to paint the narrative that you would seem like.
No, I just want to ask a question. That's all. I want him to be done so I can ask him a question. That's all.
No, but his first thing that he said was he wanted to wait there afterwards. He was just responding to Truffaut, so that's why people were still talking and giving a account of it. That's what I was saying.
Solid.
All right. So what I'm saying is this: is people saying why people don't fight and go to trial in this, dog. 2% of people go to trial in federal RICO.
Man, Byron know that, man.
Hold on, because I don't want to get all confused and be an argument.
So niggas just get caught and give up.
Okay, so hold on.
No, it's different strokes for different folks.
Let me at least say what I'm saying.
No, Byron, my man, it ain't that.
I'm just saying, that's why, let me just say what I'm saying clear. So out of everybody said why people don't do it, the reason why is because when they send down that federal RICO indictment, they got you already. So everybody's idea is to plea. It's not a state RICO.
That's not everybody's idea, bro. I got 4-5 people in my family that been to the feds.
Guess what? They part of 2%, and most of the 2% that fights a RICO are the people that's getting offered 60, 70 or life. So they like.
No, my old man got offered 17.
Okay, listen, hear me out though, man. Because that's okay. He's an anomaly, cool. But the statistics gonna show you only 2% of people go to trial in a federal RICO, man, because they got you already. Do you dispute that?
This is what I'm
just asking, do you dispute that though?
No, that's a fact. Right. You can't dispute the fact. You can't dispute the paperwork.
Right. So what I'm saying is this.
But them niggas could have went in there, Surf could have went in there and said, yeah, y'all got me. I had a minute, but it ain't got nothing to do with no
this whole shit about Surf, bro.
Yeah, that's what everything started. You could
Jesus.
Come on, Bill. We've been on daily talking about the same thing.
Verb. I'm gonna say this, Verb. I'm gonna say this real quick. Cause I be out there. I be in Newark like every day, bro. The only people saying Surf is snitching all this weird shit is battle rap people, bro.
That's a fact.
Man, that ain't shit, black and white. Niggas be groupied out. We ain't talking about what nobody else saying. I'm talking about what I'm seeing on the paperwork, nigga.
This what I'm saying.
I'm saying, bro.
What I'm saying is
not even valid in this shit, bro. Not to me. You don't even meet the qualifications to talk about this shit.
Yeah, I hear you, OG.
I'm just keeping it 100 with you.
That's cool, OG. I appreciate your sentiment. Well, what I was saying was, I be around the motherfuckers every day, bro. I don't be hearing none of this talk out in the actual streets, nigga. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Byron,
I only hear it on the internet, man.
I'm gonna ask you this. So you get caught on the RICO, right? And your lawyer telling you, I got this deal for you for 5 to 8, right? If you go to trial, they probably gonna give you 25. And you say,
I gotta go in there and say,
hold on, Byron, hold on. And you say, well, I feel like it's implicating. And he said, this is not going to hurt your other co-defendants. They're going to take a plea too. This is how this working. Explain that to you. You're going to say, well, I feel like I'm telling on them, so I'm just going to go and take the 25, even though they got me on tape, wiretap and everything. I'm still going to fight the case that I can't beat.
Man, I didn't do it. Where do that? That's what I'm saying, bro. Everybody talking about they street niggas.
No. You said you didn't do it. They have you when they come down with the indictment, RICO. They have you.
No, that if that's the case, then nobody would ever be the RICO.
It's only less than 2% people be the RICO, man.
That's because niggas be doing stupid shit like talking on Instagram about
right. That's so they have you
on video.
They have you. That's my point. That's my point.
No such thing, bro. If I have to, I'm telling you flat out, if I gotta go in there and say I did it in furtherance of a gang, a criminal enterprise, some other niggas, any of that type of shit, I ain't taking.
And listen, that's your choice. That's your right. You'll be part of the 2%. And, hey, man, I'm not saying you right or wrong for doing that. All I'm saying is people got to understand when they come down with that federal RICO indictment, they got you. 99% of the time, they got you. That's all I'm saying.
And man, niggas gotta have some integrity, bro. Just because you got don't mean you gotta go in there and give up some other niggas. If we got a hierarchy, and I'm saying I'm doing this in furtherance of the organization, that means I'm passing the blame up the hierarchy.
That don't mean that though.
How come it don't?
Okay,
if
you
I'm
asked me a
saying that I'm a member, I'm taking orders.
You asked me a question.
If I'm a member and I'm taking orders,
Byron,
I'm passing you up.
I think so. You correct me if I'm wrong. In the paperwork, he said he was of leadership, right? He was a leader, right?
He was a manager, organizer, leader.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
So now look, right? If I say I'm doing it in furtherance of the game, meaning I'm repping the game, whether I'm doing it, whether somebody telling me that I'm doing it in furtherance of the game, I want you to explain to me how I'm saying anybody else is doing whatever they doing in furtherance of the game.
Because you saying I conspired with other members of the enterprise.
All right, man. All right.
That's what the paperwork say, my nigga.
Can I ask a question right there? If they already got us, right? Facts. If they already got us all, like you said, right?
The nigga was saying he
should,
didn't
and I'm asking as an outsider, I don't know. So I'm asking the experts as an outsider, right? If they already got us, right? Why? Shit, hold on a second. Fuck. All right, my bad. If they already got us, why is we like? Should I go in there and put that joint?
Non-criminal logic to criminal situations, bro.
I ain't hear your full question, Brizz.
My bad, bro. Should we be in there talking at all? I'm at work. I got a couple things going on, but that's what I'm saying. If they already got us, should we be in there negotiating at a table at all? One, if we gangsters and we already, as they say, took they oath for whatever it is they take, should any negotiation be taking place, or should the attitude be more of take me to my
wait,
cell?
do y'all,
I have nothing to say at any
y'all
point.
think, do they think, nigga, that's a crazy question.
But
what movie did you watch?
This is from a guy that I said, hold on, slow down, folks. I said I don't know, and I'm asking as an outsider. So respond to me as an insider and not with all that energy. So you are here to inform me. I'm asking you as an outsider. So know that I don't know.
I got you.
So I'm asking. Teach me. I'm talking about folk, because there was a lot of energy on that. Like it was a crazy question. I understand if you feel it was a crazy question, but keep in mind, I don't know.
But you rap about a bunch of gangster shit though. So how you don't know? How you don't know?
Well, we ain't talking about what I know. I'm talking about what you would say to the experts. We're talking about me and what I know and what I feel I know.
Do you think every nigga go to jail and be like, I'm a super criminal?
Facts. I mean, what's your name? I was asking facts. My bad, bro. I got a whisper in this little joint on there, so you know. But facts, I was asking you right there.
Excuse the energy.
Okay. So this the thing, right? If we know that the majority of the time, 98% or more of the time, you're gonna have to take a plea with a RICO because you cooked. So y'all know you're gonna have to take a plea, right? The plea agreement gonna be discussed between your lawyer and the prosecution, the DA, right? It's gonna be discussed with them. Once you make the agreement, your lawyer make the agreement, your lawyer gonna bring it to you and say, this is the deal we have. You're gonna have to plead guilty, which meaning you got to plead guilty to the crime as written. Now you could plead guilty and say I'm willing to be an informant, that'll be memorialized in the paperwork too if you do that.
If my attitude is no deals, I don't want no deals. I'm gonna take whatever they got for me. And if I'm one of them guys,
okay, so
that's what I'm saying. The guys who went down like that, what's to be said about them?
Okay, no, but this is what y'all not understand. Is Surf went down like that. He said, I'm not gonna contest anything. I'm gonna plead guilty to the crimes that's written. That's literally what he's saying. So when they reading it back to him, he said, I'm not contesting it. Yes, I'm guilty of all of that. That's literally what he said.
So, but Factz,
so
what do you know, bro?
Hold on, because this is the part I think where y'all confused. When they asking the question and you have to answer, but that's why the judge is saying you have to verbally answer. They have to get it on record, because if they don't, you can appeal and say, I didn't fully understand what it was that I was pleading to. That's the only reason why they asked you.
And you have the option to say no when they ask you a question. When they ask you,
then it's not a plea agreement. Then you're not pleading guilty.
Byron. Hey, Byron, folks.
You're not pleading guilty if you say that.
Hey, Byron, ain't you a Crip, right?
You can't negotiate your own terms of your plea agreement.
Hey, Byron, folks.
Oh my
that
God.
don't got that, but that don't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm not going in there and plead guilty to doing nothing.
But okay, no, I'm not even asking that. I'm just asking you. Hold on, Factz. Let me ask you.
Doing nothing because of the Crips. I did this shit.
Factz, what I'm saying is,
my work.
Hey, Byron, what I'm saying is, you in an organization, right? You from a hood is basically what I'm asking, right? So why, if you told on the motherfucker, there's no way your hood is gonna let you just be free willy still repping the hood and all that. It's just not possible.
Man, we see that shit every day, bro.
Well, I don't know no niggas on my mama. Ain't no niggas that I don't know a snitch.
Chicago that told, bro, that's still riding around the hood getting money.
On the phone, not my hood. I don't know what no GDs or no Stones or no.
Not your hood. And that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what they doing. I could tell you.
Guilty.
I could tell you when it come to Four Corner Hustler. Listen, bro, I got a homie right now on the OTF case on the Four Corner Hustler. His name is Chief Jones. Look him up. He's on the case as an alleged shooter. If Foe come out, it's supposed to be Foe told on Dirk them so he can get less time. He excommunicated. It's like, we not fucking with you, dude.
But that's
no way. That's just how it goes.
So you doing the same thing I'm doing. You saying that, nigga, this is how it goes. Right? Because that's how it go with you.
That's how it go. That's how it go when you in a mob, period.
If me and you get picked up and we charged with conspiring to move weed across state lines, you go in there and say, I ain't do nothing. And I go in there and say, yeah, I conspire with other members to move drugs across state lines. What is that?
But folks, listen to me.
What is that? It ain't nobody on this case but me and you. It's nobody on this case but me and you charged with this conspiracy. We both accused to be members. You go in there and say, no, I ain't do nothing. We got messages against you. You done seen all that shit. You still like, no, I ain't do it. I go in there and say, damn, they got these messages. Yeah, I conspire with other members. What is that?
Can I ask you something? Because I think what it is, we create these hypothetical scenarios that don't match.
This is not a hypothetical. This is what happened in the case.
Okay, all right, cool. So I'm gonna ask you this, right? You and 4 people get caught for robbing a bank. They got everything on camera, right? Y'all faces.
I don't give a fuck how much evidence they got, bro.
That's not. Let me hear. I didn't say you
how
did.
Caught we are.
Hear fully.
If one nigga on there say,
fully
I didn't
what I'm
plan
saying.
to do that
Hear
shit
fully
with
what
them,
I'm saying.
we all gotta say that, or everybody tell
you trying to guess where I'm going. Just hear me out, and you can reserve the right to still feel the same way. But you got to hear me though. So they got everything on camera, right? They got everything on camera. Y'all faces, y'all rob them. They got the audio or whatever. Y'all saying this, whatever, the guns, all that shit. 2 of y'all shoot somebody. They got that. So they offer all y'all a deal. If y'all plead guilty, we giving y'all X amount of years. Let's just say 8 years or whatever. I'm just throwing a number out there. Y'all go to trial, y'all getting at least 30 years or more. So say y'all talking right, you and the co-defendants. And I don't know where people say co-defendants don't be together. I done been at co-defendants, we in the same cell, even at the county. But so say y'all talking and 3 out of the 4 y'all say, man, we better take this deal we cooked. And one person, for whatever reason in the world you want to give him, say, no, I want to go to trial and fight it. I'm asking you, as the one of the other 3 people that want to take the deal, You saying, well, he want to fight it, so I'm gonna fight it too.
Yeah, you got to.
I'm like, okay. I'm just
Or
asking, nigga. I'm not. It's not me. I'm not on trial. I'm asking you what you would do. That's all I'm asking.
You gotta say, all right, fuck it, we gotta fight it then, or you gotta snitch.
You snitching and they got because you don't have to, but you don't have to snitch if you plead guilty. You don't have to. You can say I'm guilty.
You don't
whatever
have to,
charge.
but if they require us, if part of that plea requires us to go in there and say that I conspire with other people to do this, and then I'm snitching.
So if
my plea ain't just to go in there, look, this is how I play that. If they got us, they saying they got us, and they offering us pleas. Look, y'all want me to take 30, I take 30, but I'm pleading guilty to just bank robbery. I don't know nothing about nobody else. I ain't conspired with nobody. None. If they not willing to give me that plea, no plea go down.
I'm just asking
like
you.
They
I'm
don't
not
got no power in the negotiation.
I'm just asking
Niggas
you.
act like they don't got no power in the negotiation.
So it is a point where no plea goes down.
Where do this respect for the law come from all of a sudden?
No, but everybody on Surf case pled out though. Nobody fought
it. They were still fighting when he pled out.
No, so that's you talking about a technicality. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody,
if I plead, then of course everybody would not still fighting. Everybody shit still pending, but they all pled out. Nobody went to jail.
No, they still fighting. Okay. They still fighting.
How do you know that? How do you know they still fighting?
Trial. How they not still fighting if Killer filing paperwork saying I did not conspire with anybody?
Because some people might feel like they can get, because some people might feel like they could get some of their shit off and might want to get a better
deal. Right?
No, yes. So that's why I say technically, if you plea out, your case is still pending. You can say fighting if you still putting the emotions.
Yeah, that's fighting. That's fighting the case.
Okay,
if
you from the streets, then I know you playing like word games right now, man.
I'm not playing word games, my nigga. I'm being specific.
Okay. You listen. You said what you would do. That's your decision. Well, 98% of the people who get federal RICO indictments plea out because they got you. So everybody going in trying to figure out the best plea. They're fighting to get.
So you're saying 2% don't plea out. You saying 2% stand tall and take that shit.
Please.
No, I'm not saying
every nigga that plead out is a snitch. I'm saying there are certain terms that
y'all gotta help me out here,
in
man.
your plea or out of your plea to make a difference.
They're fighting for the best plea deal. Everybody's gonna plead.
My nigga, he could have pleaded, bro. Listen,
he could have pleaded what?
Charged.
He could have pleaded second.
He got charged with some guns that he already had been charged with 4 or 5 years earlier. That shit got nothing to do with the game.
So let me ask you this, right?
His homie saying, "Hey, I did sell some weed, but that shit don't got nothing to do with the game."
Right? And Surf plea is not going to be evidence to make him not be able to get that off.
Man, listen, prove it.
Prove what?
That's what he's telling them.
Right, that's fine for him to say though. That's fine for him to tell them to prove it. That's what if he want to do that.
Okay, hold on. Let me say this. When we first heard about the case, right? Like as soon as the case happened, the news came out that they had them Instagram messages and all that shit. That was in like Surf buying paperwork.
Right, I remember.
Right? That's like a couple months. This motion was filed after that. So you think we knew that they had them messages and he didn't know that?
No, I know that they knew that. I know that they know.
He still tried to deny that shit.
No, listen what I'm saying. I know that they got a lot of shit we don't know about. I'm saying as far as like when the prosecution and the lawyer talking, they're gonna say, I'm not saying these specifics in this case, but we got wiretaps, we got this. It's a lot of shit we don't know, which is my whole point of saying anybody saying I definitively know he told and this affected these people cases that everybody wasn't gonna plead. That's irresponsible as a street nigga to say that a nigga snitch based
No, it's not, my nigga. Okay, if I can see the paperwork and see these niggas are still trying to fight the case.
You saying they trying to fight the case or get the best plea deal, man?
Bro, how do you the man say he was preparing for trial?
Of course.
So if we being technical, nigga, he was trying to fight the case.
You know how that goes. It's a lot of shit, man, be saying, but like I don't know what like it's like
that's what I'm saying. So you know how it go. You know a nigga.
I do know how it go. I've been through it. I do know how it go.
I've been through it too, my nigga.
I'm not saying you haven't. I'm just saying I do know how it go. I'm just speaking for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking for me. That's all. Yeah.
Listen, bro, I'm not from up north. You know how,
you breaking up. You breaking up, Brizz.
Some trouble shit.
You breaking up bad, Brizz.
Damn. I know, bro.
And when you say the 2% stand tall, it's not about like I don't like so basically y'all saying mostly everybody that catch the federal RICO, everybody that took a plea if you took it first, because some people do tell. You got that option. You got that option to tell and be willing to do a witness, and 90% plus times they memorialize that in the paperwork in your plea agreement. So some people do tell, but so if Surf would have took his plea second, third, fourth, fifth, or whatever, would you have felt the same, Byron?
You generalizing.
No, I'm asking, would you have felt the same if he took his plea other than first?
If he pleaded, this is my logic. Anybody who pleaded guilty to doing shit in furtherance of the gang told.
And okay, so that we disagree on that.
That's my logic. It don't matter if you took the plea second, first, 10th. If you pleaded guilty to doing it in furtherance of the gang, and they are using you and having you say in your plea that the gang has a hierarchy, that means you passing the blame up. So everybody who say they doing it in furtherance, passing it up until that shit get to the top. So everybody telling it they took it like that.
Like I disagree, man, with that. Like I don't know how you think that.
Because so you saying that you can't take a plea without you saying that if you get charged with conspiracy, you can't negotiate your way out of this shit into no other type of plea other than conspiracy. Okay, so you have to go in there.
No. So this what I'm saying, right?
Because I know niggas who have.
Should we be working out a deal, or should we just be taking our time, bro? Like seriously, should we bring out a deal, Factz, or should we just be taking our time? If we gangsters and we done killed somebody that got us on a RICO, should any of us in there be looking for a deal to get us home early, or should we just be in there like fuck y'all deal? We did what we did, and we staying solid about it. Whatever y'all come with, if it's 100 years, we taking that. Or is that TV? That's movie shit.
Okay,
help me out.
No, that would just be stupid. Because if you're taking the time, why wouldn't you want your lawyer to try to?
We ain't talking about if it's smart or stupid.
Okay,
we
all right. Let me finish answering those questions.
Everything street niggas do ain't
smart. Most
bro.
Being in the streets is stupid. And you know what I'm saying? I've done a lot of stupid shit.
We ain't talking about.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Let me answer the question.
At this age,
I'm not trying to argue with you when somebody else asks me a question. You know what I'm saying? Let me answer the question.
Hey, bro. Hey, Factz. I ain't gonna lie. That question Brizz is asking is retarded.
What? I said that.
But every time I ask you, why won't you just let him answer it though, folks? Why you won't just let him answer it though?
And Byron, you talking about some, you know damn well it don't go like that.
Can I ask you second, bro? And I get Factz' opinion first. I want to hear what you got to say too, folks. But
stupid ass shit.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. Well, just let Factz then. Like, if you don't want to answer, I respect that, brother. But Factz was on his way to answer it, man. And I really would like to hear what you got to say, brother. Respectfully.
So look, Brizz, so say you want to accept your charges, right? Now, most times, right? You want to say, I just want my charges. The judge got to accept your plea if you plead guilty, right? A lot of the times. So the judge got to accept your plea, meaning like the judge might be like, well, I don't know if you coerced or not or nothing. You either got to give me an account, or I'm going to read your charges. You got to give me verbal confirmation that you're saying you're guilty. If you want to if you just want to, hey, I want y'all to cook me. They got to accept your plea. Now, if you say, well, no, I'm not giving an account, or I'm not giving a verbal, they can reject your plea and say you're going to trial. You know that?
Type shit.
So now you got to confirm that I'm saying I'm guilty of something. So whether they read off the crimes that's written and you say, yes, I'm guilty, or whether you give an account, you got to plead guilty. Do anybody disagree with that?
That's some understanding right there. Trufo, what you got to say to what he